All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're tearing through goals analysis to lock down the top 5 absolute surefire bets for the October 11th World Cup qualifiers. It's a massive day of football, so no time to waste. Let's get straight to the predictions. So, you've got matches happening all over the place, right? The big question is, where's the smart money? On a day that's just packed with potential landmines and upsets, how do you find the picks that feel like a sure thing? Well, that's what we're here to figure out. Okay, let's kick off the countdown, starting with our numbers 5 and 4. We're talking about a couple of heavy international favorites here, both looking to cruise to a comfortable win. Think of these as the perfect warm-up for the big spotlight matches coming up.
And kicking us off at number 5,
We've got Iraq taking on Indonesia with a predicted 3-1 final score. Now, the thinking here is pretty simple, but it's solid. First, Iraq is playing at home, and you know how much of a difference that makes in these qualifiers. And second, their main man, their star forward, Al-Hamadi, he's in the lineup. That 1-2 punch is just expected to be way too much for Indonesia. All right, moving right along to our number 4 pick. Coming in at number 4 is Italy, even on the road against Estonia. A clean 3-0 scoreline is the prediction here. And look, even though Italy's missing a couple of guys to injury, it just doesn't matter. The sheer quality they have up and down that roster, with Donnarumma in goal, it's just overwhelming. And this is a theme you're going to see today. Squad depth is king in international football. Okay, now we're getting into the really juicy stuff. Our first big spotlight match of the day. Coming in at number 3, we have a really interesting one from Group I, Norway hosting Israel. This is where we take a closer look, because this match is all about that classic battle, superstar talent versus team cohesion. So let's just paint the picture here. You've got Norway sitting pretty at the top of the group, a perfect 15 points. Israel, meanwhile, is in third, scrapping for one of those qualification spots. So this is a massive game for both teams, but for totally different reasons. The prediction? A tight 2-1 win for Norway. And the feeling is that we're going to see some goals, over 2.5 in total. It should be a real fight, but the home side is expected to just get over the line. So why Norway? I mean, they're missing their captain, Odegaard, and a key defender. Well, it all boils down to one man, Erling Haaland. The fact that he is available and leading that attack is considered the ultimate trump card. His insane ability to find the back of the net is powerful enough to cancel out those other big absences. All right, on to our number 2 pick. We're heading over to Group F for a game that features an absolute legend of the sport, Portugal taking on the Republic of Ireland. Yeah, you really just have to glance at the table to see the story here. Portugal is absolutely flying, top of the group with maximum points. Ireland, on the other hand, well, they've had a tough start, with just 1 point from their first 2 games. And yep, the prediction absolutely reflects that gap in form. A comfortable, confident 3-0 win for Portugal at home is the call. The expectation is total dominance, and you guessed it, over 2.5 goals. So what's the deciding factor in this one? Well, it's kind of a tale of 2 strikers, isn't it? Portugal has Cristiano Ronaldo ready to go. Ireland's biggest goal threat, Evan Ferguson, is a major doubt with an ankle problem. So even with Portugal missing a couple of important guys themselves, having Ronaldo on the pitch when Ireland might be missing their main man, well, that just tilts the whole thing heavily in Portugal's favor. And here we go, the number 1. The absolute top, most confident prediction from goals analysis for October 11th is a battle at the top of Group E, Spain versus Georgia. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a massive game. We're talking first place against second place. Spain's had a perfect start, Georgia's right behind them. This one could seriously shape how the rest of the group plays out. But even though Georgia's looking pretty good, the prediction is, well, it's a blowout. An emphatic 3-0 win for Spain. The analysis is banking on Spain just putting on a clinic at home, creating a ton of chances, and yeah, scoring plenty of goals. But hold on, why is this the number 1 pick? Especially with Spain missing huge names like Olmo, Yamal, and Rodri. The answer is simple. Their depth is just ridiculous. They can lose 4 world-class players and still put a world-class team on the field. Now you compare that to Georgia, who are basically pinning their hopes on their one superstar, Kvaratskhelia, who might not even be fully fit. That massive difference in depth is what makes Spain the safest bet of the entire day. So after all that, after running through the top 5 picks, what's the big picture lesson here? What's the common thread? It all comes down to star power, but it's not always the same thing. For teams like Norway and Portugal, It's all about individual brilliance. It's about having that one guy, a Holland or a Ronaldo, who is so good he can paper over any other cracks in the team. But then you have Spain. Theirs is a different kind of star power. It's collective. Their depth is so incredible that the team itself is the superstar. And that kind of resilience is a weapon all its own. And that leaves us with one last question to chew on. We've just laid out 5 of the most solid-looking picks you can find. But this is football, right? It's never that straightforward. So which of these heavy favorites do you think is walking into a trap? Which match has the biggest potential for one of those classic banana peel moments? Something to think about before kickoff.